situation happens whenever, say, a civilian or just anyone has a complaint with KPD.
Knoxville police said multiple people were reported shot in Austin East Magnet High School in the East Tennessee city of Knoxville, including a police officer on Monday. Officials said the investigation is still active, but said the scene has been secured. Another shooting. Another shooting. Another shooting. Another shooting. Another shooting. What's crazy to me is I've already mapped out how the response was going to be, and as we scroll down, we can clearly see that's the response. We thank God COVID so far isn't killing our babies, but as nation shrugged that guns are doing it. What the F is wrong with us? Yeah. For one thing, blaming anything but the cause. Guns aren't the cause. All right, so it's gun control time. I'm going to make this is going to be a short-ass segment. It's going to be one of the shortest segments I ever did. It is easier to get a gun than it is mental health services. It is easier to get a gun than it is to get a house. It is easier to get a gun than most things that you can buy in the United States. This is a fact. This is a fact. I promise you people would be less... I'm not even going to tell you how I know this. Let's just say I know this. It is easier to get a gun than it is to get a few types of drugs in America. If law-abiding citizens can get guns, law-abiding citizens can get guns and become murderers that do mass, shootings, that means that it's not the law-abiding citizens that are the issue. If criminals can get guns, and they're not law-abiding citizens, therefore they will do crimes with it, then it's not the criminal's fault either, because it's easier to get the gun than it is to find a way out of the criminal system that you found yourself in, either due to systemic issues or environmental factors. It's like everything is the problem except the thing that they use to create the problem. To which most people will reply, well, why don't we a knife is a dangerous weapon. Why don't we outlaw knives? I can't get heavy grade knives shipped to this state. I can't get airsoft guns shipped to this state. To this city, I should say. I can, however, buy those guns in those airsoft guns in another state and bring them this way. So it's not the gun control that's working either, because I found a loophole that I just explained to you about how I can get airsoft guns and therefore other guns. I can be legal to carry in one state and another state has different rules that don't make me legal to carry at all. So it's not the legality of gun control or no gun control that's saving it, because you can loophole that situation just by going somewhere else. So if the issue is not the place, the person, it's gotta be the thing, isn't it? Am I crazy, guys? Am I nuts here? If law-abiding citizens turn into criminals by use of being able to buy guns, and you can be a law-abiding citizen who can't have a gun in their state but can go to another state, buy a gun, and come back, wouldn't it be easier to deal with the circulation of guns in the country to stop the majority of people from having access to them? Well, people die in car accidents all the time. We don't have car legislation. We do. See, that's the thing is like this is when we say, oh, you should learn your history before you speak on it. There was a time in the 1900s when cars were just coming out where there weren't like lanes. There weren't like people had automobiles, but they were very slow, buggy ones, obviously, and people would get hit in the street a lot, like a lot. That's where the crosswalk came into play. That's where street lights came, like the traffic lights came into play. That's how we ended up with the traffic system, because too many people were getting hit by the things. But the cars weren't designed to kill people, they just can. What are guns designed for? If you say hunting, I'm going to repeat that you are killing things. If you say defending yourself, I'm going to say you are probably going to injure and or kill someone with that gun. What is a gun? Can you make bread with a gun? Can you build a computer with a gun? What is its use as a tool outside of firing the thing? What are you firing at? Oh, I just like to shoot guns. Then you're not in this conversation. If you shoot guns out on a range or you have like a backyard and you're just shooting your guns off into the distance and not hitting anything, then you're not in this conversation. So we're not taking guns away from law-abiding citizens. Aren't we just making it harder for people who want to use the gun maliciously to not be able to do so? If you would never shoot another person with a gun because they got you angry or whatever, then perhaps you're not the target of this and you shouldn't be worried about anything. So is it just the propaganda that's been put against you that's making you think that guns are like the best thing in the world? Because we just worked through, it's not the person, it's not the place, maybe it's the thing.